Lay by Dorothy L. Sayers. Read for LibriVox.org by Linda Elson Freitag, Los Angeles. Item. Compter des laits, c'est une chose longue et malaisée à faire et trouver, car il y faut avoir 12 couples, chacune partie en 2, qui font 25, et la couple aucune fois de 8 vers, qui font 16, aucune fois de 9, qui font 18, aucune fois de 10, qui font 20, aucune fois de 12, qui font 25, de vers entiers ou de vers coupés, et convient que la taille de chacune couple à 2 paragraphes soit d'une rime toute différente l'une à l'autre, excepté tant seulement que la dernière couple des 12, qui font 25, et qui est et doit être conclusion de lait, soit de pareilles rimes et d'autant de vers, sans redite comme la première couple. Eustache Deschamps, L'art de dicter. 1. Mummers, let love go by with his crown upon his head, beaten royally of gold, heavy and red. Your tinsel garments fly to the trip of a lightsome tread. The gusty gale has fled, and your garlands are blown awry. Sniggering, whisperingly, what was that thing you said? Poor old love, oh, I put him away to bed, with his wearisome song and sigh. We've a ragtime tune instead, but yours is already dead, and his can never die. 2. Oxford, suffer it once again that another should do thee wrong. I also, I above all, should set thee into a song. I that am twice thy child have known thee, worshipped thee, loved thee, cried thy name aloud to the silence, and could not be satisfied. For my hands were stretched to clutch thee, draw thee up to my side, and my heart has leaped, and my breath has failed, to hear the tongue of Tom toll in the dark, and straight, unpanoplied, my soul has almost died. Bear with me as thou hast borne with all thy passionate throng of lovers, the fools of love, for the great flood sweeps along from the hills into the sea, and all their boats go down with the tide, and thou shalt stand unmoved, when the wreck of the world beside, when the loveless cities of greed slip down in their ruined pride, and crumble into the gulf of time. Thou shalt be strong, with Thebes and On and Memphis, where the deathless gods abide, a city sanctified. 3. If I shall sing of thee in antique rhyme, stately and cold as moons that near eclipse, and intricate as bells rung down in time, it is to keep the madness from my lips, whereby the lover's tongue stumbles and trips, uttering foolishness, and thy sublime white brow is marred with mockery. Garlands to whips, sceptres to reeds are turned, and worship to a crime. Think, magic city, that as each dear chime thrills the mute friendless night, or stealthily drips through all the noise of noon from prime to prime, continually some new soul comes to grips with thee and all the power of thee. He slips to seaward, weighs out anchor from the slime, following the wake of countless golden ships, thy figure at the prow, to some far western clime. 4. Thou art so magical, thou makest me afraid, lest some great bolt of desolation fall, and thou in dust be laid, with Babylon and Nineveh the tall. Or some enchanted lake will cover thee all, and through quadrangle, cloister, colonnade, 4-coloured fishes swim, and faint and small. Up through the waves at midnight the bells of Magdalen call. Through midnight waters mighty Tom will call. or when perchance the pall of some nocturnal shade, unstarred, more dewy dark than usual, lifts upon hill and glade, I fear lest sunrise strike upon no wall, no winding street, nor ghost-white pinnacle. Only on level woodlands, lonely made of thee as once, by arts incredible, the holy castle vanished behind Sir Percival. At morning light was not for Percival. 5. Once Nimue, the Lady of the Lake, wound aged Merlin in the coils of sleep, and cast the silence of the luminous deep, green forest all about him, there to take his rest forever. No alarm might shake the stillness, no wild creature snuff or peep on him, no night arouse him with the leap of his tall war-horse plunging through the brake. And that enchantress, Venus, for the sake of young Pygmalion, wearied to see him creep, kissing his idol's senseless foot and weep, smote life into the stone, and so did slake his thirst of love. And thou, the willows quake by the clear share, thick clustered dewdrops steep the heads of mossy gargoyle beasts that keep their wide shy smile. And do we dream or wake? 6. Only one painter could have painted thee, still mother with the unimpassioned eyes, dark with the mystery of many centuries. Couldst thou have walked in a woman's guise under the blue, exulting skies of Italy in the great sunrise. All things that were and now are and shall be, graven upon thy heart, have made thee wise to smile inscrutably. All aid thou couldst despise of reeds and fanciful psalteries, strange face of kindness and cruelties, immutably, without surprise. 7. Thy name is as the scent of things departed, of myrrh and unremembered frankincense, stored in the niches of dim chapels dense with hidden tales of penitence, with wreathed prayer and desperate vows red-hearted, whose ancient eloquence knocks on the doors of sense. When in thy haunted shrines I kneel without defence, like one that sails on ice-dark waters charted by wrinkled mariners at dear expense, who trims the sails with careful diligence, and though the pole star burn intense, shudders to know how many ships thus started, feeling the wrath commence of old experience, and drowned green ghosts that crawl from unsuspected dens. 8. How shall I let thee go? For thou didst wring all myself from me. I would not withhold one citadel, but gave thee everything. Perhaps a better wisdom had controlled the gift, had kept some solitary string thou couldst not shake, some secret still untold, so that thou hadst not left me unconsoled at thy departure. All this sorrowing would not be mine to-day, had I been strong of old. But now, too late. The fleeing shadows bring the unsheathed swords of morning sharp and cold. Thou breakest from me. I am weakening. Last night wast thou so mighty? I behold glimmering betwixt the feathers of thy wing, westward the stars, eastward the sunrise gold. Oh, stay! My hands about thy feet are bold. Curse me or bless, thou godlike deadly thing. By the Lord's living face, I will not lose my hold. 9. The moonlight over Radcliffe Square, small sunset spires that drowse and dream, thin bells that ring to evening prayer, red willow roots along the stream, and perilous grey streets that teem with light feet wandering unaware, and winter nights with lamps agleam, globed golden in the violet air. Odd nightmare-carven things that stare spell-stricken in a voiceless scream. The worn steps of an ancient stair, with oaken balustrade and beam. Such things are weightier than they seem. These marks my branded soul must bear, pledges that time cannot redeem, and yet God knows if I shall care. 10. Isolt, Isolt. Day follows day with weary feet. The bitter spray flies fitfully over the waterway. The gull's harsh crying is cruel as death. Oh, far away are the years when we made holiday. My hair and beard show very grey in the bed where I am lying. All the wonderful songs of May, rounded madrigal, virelay, I cannot remember them now to play, for yesternight I was trying to bring them back, but the harp strings fray, and I only know that the songs were gay. Thus and thus did Sir Tristram say in the hour that he was dying. 11. They say the waters cannot drown love. I believe it. Set this down, that I believed and uttered thus. Whatever things the years discrown, somehow, love, I would have it known my youth was not ungenerous, and I could kneel to kiss thy gown, as every honest lover does. For when beneath the winter's frown forth to the forest goes the clown, whistling, when winds are blusterous, to gather kindling for the town, and there on his faggots sere and brown a few dry leaves hang dolorous, in witness of the spring's renown, and it is even so with us. 12. I, even I, have loved in joy and dread. Now my spinning wheel I ply like the peasant girl that wed with a king, they say, and try with hands and heart of lead to spin out a golden thread from the dusty straws and dry. I will not weep nor cry for work unperfected, still labouring faithfully. I have no tears to shed, for love goes harping high and is remembered, mummers, when you are sped with all the lips that lie. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.